Spooky. Microphone issues. Okay. Should be good to go. Hopefully. Now I've got to see if anybody shows up. Oof. Alright, so assuming that I can be heard and there's people here to hear me, here we have the sinking city. I'll read out this once I'm sure there's people around, then we'll get going in a second. Reason I'm hesitating to carry on hesitating to press the button to continue is because there's a cutscene, I know it for a fact, after this point, and it starts with a cutscene, and I don't particularly want to go ahead without the people I'm expecting to be here, essentially. Just check to see if I've got sound. I do not. Oh, I might do. Hang on a second. Yes, I do have sound. Okay, good. Well, there are people slowly appearing. According to this, whether it actually means something or not, I don't know. Sorry, still messing with stuff in the background here. Bear with me. Hi, Delta. Hi, sorry. I can see you there. Lurking. Right, well, this is Sinking City. I've played a very tiny amount of this because, yeah, it doesn't really tell you what to do. You have to figure it out as you go. Yeah, pretty much. So, dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakman, Mass. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakman, haunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled across the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakman as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vanderberg. Right, so I press the button. There is a cutscene, which is why I've hung out on the screen for so long, because I didn't want everyone to miss it. So I'm going to do it now. Let's go. The sea seems to have disappeared. Oh wait, no, there it is. It's just above us. This seems reasonable. No problems here. Alright, well, yeah. I could have skipped all of that, wasn't going to though. Alright, welcome to the Charon. Alright, so the game doesn't really tell you much about how to play it, it literally just slaps you into here. If I hadn't like played this first, other than just picking stuff up and examining them, I would not know what I was doing at all.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Something tells me I will. What's going on here? Oh, that's a letter that we've already read. Frosty, welcome. What's this? Ah, camera. Right. So, yeah, this is the thing that bothered me the first time I came in here. See this squid on the wall? This squid fish thing. And it's got a mark on it. But I did not know what that was, and I could not work out what I was supposed to do with it.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
And I stood here for a good 10 minutes trying to figure it out. And apparently what I'm supposed to do is go to this wheel, which I didn't get told about, select the camera, bring it up, and then take a picture of it. Fantastic. The game does not like telling you anything. It likes... Well, actually, that's actually a little bit of a lie. Because if I go to the menu, I believe somewhere... Mind Palace. Wrong button. There's a like a how to play in here somewhere, and it's literally just a list of this is how to play the game. Yeah, there it is. This is what it gives you. This list of read all of this and figure stuff out, but it doesn't actually. It doesn't actually tell you that at any point during the game. Yeah. Are we done with this, do I have a map yet? No. Because I get the feeling... I've also got this spooky vision that I can activate. Straight from the get-go. Because you gotta have spooky vision. How are you supposed to continue without your spook vision? Spook vision seems to make you go slowly mad. Which is awkward. Just make sure that I haven't missed anything. Okay.
Now get out!
Friendly.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed.
Who's
What
this,
a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
nappily dressed
Nice
gentleman?
to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont.
I would skip this,
Alas, now is
but
not its finest
considering this
hour.
is a story-driven
Though
game,
it is its most
I will be sitting
important.
through every single conversation I can possibly to get to. I hope that's okay with everyone, but it is very story-driven because the combat is garbage. Right, so what are we going to ask Mr. Johannes here?
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it.
I'll try
as
not to
rigid
talk over
package
these guys
ship as the
very
only one
much,
that
but
sailed here.
otherwise I
Why
won't be
is
speaking
that?
much.
Oakmont
So,
is no ordinary place.
there are subtitles.
Its unique
I'm
geographical
sure you can work it
position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach.
I love this
But
guy's
you made it, Mr.
look.
Reed.
I do
I'm
have
sure
to
the
admit,
tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
I know it's supposed to be eccentric, but I'm a fan.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already
Oh,
at the port.
Throgmorton.
He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Mr. Throgmorton is a
You
very
can't miss
interesting character.
Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, apparently. Though, Mr. Throgmorton is not as adorable as my cat.
I need a place to lay my head while I'm here.
Let's
Any
just put it that way,
recommendations?
Fair
mildly.
enough. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef
So,
Hotel.
essentially,
Here's the key.
Sounds.
I have no idea what I'm doing
Don't judge a book by
past
its
reaching the
cover.
hotel. So there's going to be kind of a tutorial part here, as close as this gets.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont?
And
I'd like
then
to drop my things at the hotel.
I'm
Most
a little bit
locals
in the
go by
dark.
foot, or by
So,
boat.
yeah.
I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other
What else did you
places?
mark on that map?
Like what?
You're a private eye, yes?
What do you got
well,
for me?
I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to.
Yeah, this game is very
This
much.
city is
While it is
insolent,
supposedly
its ways
spooky,
mysterious.
I didn't see much of that myself.
No one will take you by the hand.
Um,
so you better know where to turn.
It seems to be
in
mainly a
search.
detective game, solving puzzles and working out, and
How do you fill
essentially
your days,
finding
Mr.
things
Vandenberg?
and stuff
I
like that.
host a
The combat
philosophy
just
club
seems to be there to
for
pad out the game.
like-minded
It doesn't
intelligence,
seem like it's
gathering seeds of
any
thought,
kind of good.
like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont
So,
really have much
if you're looking for
market
combat,
philosophy
it's
these
not
days?
this game.
There is no
Much like the
consciousness
original
for
Resident
these
Evil
days.
games,
No
it's
better
garbage.
moment for clarity than times of hardship.
And that's no offense to you, Delta, but you have to admit, though I don't know if you played the original versions of the games, they are
That's it for
hot
now, I
garbage
think.
when it comes to actually fighting
Thanks for
with the
helping
tank
me get my
controls.
bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
This is very much a
Ah,
game where you
before you go,
should probably
How
run
can I
away
get
from
in
your
touch with you
enemies.
later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
I even went between the lines. Let's have a look at his map. Right, so there's another thing about this game. It doesn't have quest markers. Well, it does. You have to put them on there yourself. So you look at this map, and it will. Yeah, your 4 has good combat. That's the difference in comparison to the first ones. But yeah, so this game doesn't really give you quest markers at all. Literally, you have to put them on there yourself. Manually. It'll tell you where the quest is, like on the corner of Whisper Street and Nantucket Street here, and that's where you put the marker, for instance. Market. But yeah. Also, this place is atmospheric. Seems to be someone praising the sea there, as far as I can tell. Put a shirt on. Spooky vision reveals nothing. Let me know if there's any desync, because I do have this in the high setting, and yeah. Oh, there's Mr. Throgmorton. Let's go say hi, shall we?
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Isn't he a handsome
Private
fellow?
investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat.
I've never played XCOM
Says
myself.
he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language.
As much as this guy looks like a monkey, like he
You don't
does,
believe him.
I really like his voice.
Malarkey.
His voice actor.
I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Oh, Innsmouthers. Shall we ask him about why he looks like a chimp?
Please forgive the question.
Let's do that.
I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Delta is almost the same color as Sari today. Almost. He's a bit brighter. He's close to it. Let's ask about
I
these
take it you're not
Innsmouthers.
the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking,
Gonna be a lot of
they
me
are a
not
big
talking too much, I'm afraid.
pile of trouble.
Because there's not much I can really say when
I've
they're
heard
just
you're the
having a
man to speak to
discussion.
about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I mean, he has a point.
Mr. Throgmorton.
It's not
let
really
me
the
help
time.
you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
About
Let's
that.
just say I tend to see things that
Let's see
others
if we can
miss. And anyway,
find his son, shall we?
what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat.
Sorry about all the
These
talking.
fishermen
There's not much
supposedly
I can
brought him
really...
to the house,
I mean, I don't even have the
then
excuse
left
of
to
Delta
call
could
me.
actually read out the stuff when he
I
was doing
arrived
his,
here, my son
Neptuna.
was nowhere to be seen.
He could read everything out for the most
Clearly,
part.
something suspicious occurred.
I just have to
inside the
sit through these
house.
guys having a chat.
I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
You
Let's find out where the
mentioned
lifeboat
a
is.
lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
I said Neptuna, didn't I?
Where's the house where this...
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Neptunia? Close enough. Alright, let's go find this boat. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around at the moment. Concerning, right? Hi, Survey. Got an epidemic going on, you know, and the old ones are infesting our video games.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Yeah. It's fine. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We never should have done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Unreadable, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. He's here. Oh. What's going on here? That looks green.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can I, spooky vision it?
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Oh. I seem to be going a tiny bit mad. Getting a bit of fisheye going on. What's inside the helmet, out of curiosity? Well, that's that investigation complete. Oh yeah. Right. How do I climb up again? Triangle? Yeah. That seems a little bit yeah. Vaulting up things is triangle for some reason in this game, and
I've said everything I know.
entirely know why.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
Also, it marks places that you need to go in Spooky Vision. I mean, you see this mark on the door. In Spooky Vision, those glow. So, it gives you an idea of what you can loot and what doors you can open, which I think is interesting. So what's in here? Yeah, so even on that cabinet. Let me just rummage in here real quick.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
That is a point. Someone cares for Doggo more than they care for themselves. Yeah, this place is unfailingly gross. I mean, there is an octopus on the floor. There are several octopi on the floor. We need less octopus in this house, please, thank you.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Okay.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Okay. So we've got bloodstains on the floor, leading out this hole in the wall that they were covering with this, I guess? Nice. We're not going to talk to him yet.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Oh, that's unsettling. Get off my screen. I saw nothing. There's nothing going on here. I went a little mad with spooky vision there.
Choo choo.
That needs to get off my screen. How do I get that off the screen again? Whatever. So what else we got hanging around in here?
Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Yep, clearly we have clearly we have an issue going on here with bloopers. This is a blooper uprising.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
He looks a bit fishy. Fishman. What's on the back of this, if anything? Nothing? Okay.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
The knife has eyes. Let's have a chat with this guy now.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
I believe the Ku Klux Klan
okay.
are in this, and they don't like the
What do you
Innsmouthers
want?
either. Though you can shoot them. There's no actual traditional racism in this, but they try to highlight Lovecraft's racism by putting it onto the Innsmouthers.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head...
I still haven't figured out the
burst,
K thing.
And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just
Might be a reference that
dreams.
I'm not aware of.
Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me... Ah.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We
Why does the
moved here
Innsmouther
after
have
the
a surname
flood.
and no one else does?
I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was out of starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the
Could it have
worst.
been the Innsmouther?
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Should we ask about Kay? I don't think he'll appreciate it, but should we give it a go? Oh.
Who is Who's this K you keep mentioning?
Outside,
he's
shows
got
you
the
respect.
rasp.
K is our Lord, our light, our love.
I wonder who his
Sorry.
voice actor was.
Didn't know.
Let's find out. Do, do, do. Let's see. Oh, it's the same guy who voiced Geralt from The Witcher in number 3, apparently.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me?
1920s
Or
Geralt.
did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Mind Palace clues. Right, so how we solve stuff in this is we get clues from looking around and we can combine them. Like, I think these two go together. And then that gives me a thing. I have a clue now. I have a deduction. Albert spread hysteria around him. That doesn't go together. Oh no. They don't go together. No. No. I need more information then. I'm missing something. Mind's eye. Ooh. So you see that share around the edge of the screen? That means that my spooky vision can find something here.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gemheil, Nugulena, Hafton.
So spooky vision. Now I get this stuff. Now this seemed to come a little bit out of left field for me, but apparently his spooky vision also allows him to step into the past to see visions of what occurred.
Take this, ape face.
So the Innsmouth shot at him. What's back here? There's another one back here.
What's happening?
There seems to be old dogs on my watch.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
So this is just a simple ordered cause and progression. So you have to mark them in order so that he can make an appropriate deduction.
Take this, ape face. Yeah,
So, 1, 2, 3.
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
And there's shit on my screen, I saw that. Alright, so. Gesundheit. Right, so. Those don't link. Wait, I'm... There we go. I can track down Albert. We figured something out. So now I've got spooky omens that I can follow. Made of hands. They're all made of hands. Yeah, as I said, I've done this part, so I kind of know what I'm doing already when it comes to here. Where did they jump out? It's over here, right? Yeah. Now, there's a spooky. Now I gotta find the spooky. Follow the people made of hands.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Yeah, I assumed it was a reference to something. I tried to look it up, but it wasn't something that I was personally aware of. Looks like they went this way.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Went this way. And then in here. The whispering while I'm in that mode is very unnerving, but to say the least.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly, with the fuzz snooping around the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people, and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week, and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. Interesting. Actually, that's the point. When you're mentioning guns, I should probably equip mine for no apparent reason. Gunpowder. Should probably actually load it as well, because it doesn't start loaded. There we go.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Bullets are extremely scarce in this game, from what I've seen. Someone's locked this. There we
Door
go.
won't budge.
Oh. Oh look, it's a thing. Fucking bitch. Ugh. What? It's got hands. It's made of hands.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh. Another one in here. Thing is that these things drain my sanity when I'm near them as well. You may notice that blue bar there. That's my sanity, and just being near these things. Yeah, they're like hands with a squid beak, and it's difficult to really. And there's a guy making out with a fish behind this on the wall there. Nice. Let's see what the Mind Palace has to say. Alright. Press the wrong button. Lewis left the bar owner. Maybe hiding in the bar. Yep, that's a reasonable deduction. No. I think there's another combination I can make here. There we go. Anti-Frogmorton sentiment. Who would ever have either a problem with my delightful kitty, because I have a cat called Frogmorton, or my random sorcerer, who definitely did not kill Sove's character with a fireball. I think it's in Massachusetts. By the way, feel the gentle touch of tentacles. Just feel them. It's okay. You can do it. Just let it happen. Just let the tentacles happen, guys. Let me just, Massachusetts. I used to call it Massive Two Shits, so, and I will forever, refer to it as ridiculously as I possibly can. Right, so it's in the bar.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Right. We're gonna find the dude.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
What should we do? Should we say, "You want him gone? I can help," or should we? Or are we just threatening him for harboring a criminal? What do you guys reckon? Take into account that the guy is probably a fishman. I don't have that option. You can see the options I have on the screen, Delt. I can't ask him about his preferred bait. I can help? Okay, fine.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. but save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
I almost feel like this guy is trying to imitate House. Like that's what he's going for with the voice, Dr. House.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here.
Yeah, when it comes to those things,
Better to be a coward.
I am honestly going to probably run away from them more often than trying to fight them,
Unless you're a newcomer.
because the combat in this is terrible. Absolutely awful. If there's maybe one of those things, I'll hit them with my shovel. Is that a shovel? Yeah, it's a combat shovel.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were
You
in
don't
our
like him,
house, me, Paul, and
Elder?
Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on.
Look at that face, Stelter. Don't you want to kiss him on his
Right.
bald head?
Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall, after, is that darn warehouse, and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I don't entirely believe him when he says that the madness descended on him. I know it affected everyone else, but looking at this guy, I'm immediately like,
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
your actions do look very deliberate, my friend.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
It seems very
I don't
deliberate.
know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
That sounds like a super... yeah, that sounds like a, you know, what's it called? A motive for murder.
You mentioned a grand family.
To me, I mean... oof.
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld. The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell
Throgmorton.
I'm
definitely going to tell Throgmorton
about you. I know I'm in no
I'm
position
sorry.
to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Do you?
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You trying to bribe me?
You
No.
think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
All evidence collected. Right, so let's see. There are two outcomes here from my mind palace. In my deductions, I can combine these. Hang on a second. I need to go to my casebook and combine these. Now we can come to a conclusion. Apparently they have a bartering system here. They don't actually use money. They pay with bullets. Because you can use them. Don't ask me. So, do we think that Lewis was aware of his actions and did it on purpose? Or do we think that he went mad? Everyone else went mad, admittedly. But he was very deliberate in his murder. What's everyone's opinions? It actually doesn't matter which one you select, because you can decide that you can do what you want afterwards, but... You don't go mad and then shoot someone dead in the head and then hang them from a hook in a basement and lock the door and run away, hide in a pub. And then be like, I don't know what I did. I have no idea. I can't do that accent, I'm sorry. I'm offending Americans immediately. So what I'm seeing so far is, fuck Lewis in particular. I haven't heard, I just know it's what Sari said. No, I don't think we have that choice, unfortunately. Okay. So that means... He's aware of his actions, so that means that... Oh. That's what we're deciding then. Now we have to go tell Mr. Throgmorton where he's hiding. I think I can run as well. Yeah, there is a run button. This is just jogging, but I can have a little bit of a sprint as well. Bit of a sprint. I keep wanting the combat roll. I know I can't, but I want to. This game could be vastly improved with a combat roll. Should we tell... I'm going to ask about the creatures first.
I've encountered something
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately, not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible.
Because carrying a collapsible, folding, friggin' combat shovel is completely usual.
I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
No!
Where?
No!
Who is he?
The murderer's at the bar.
Just as I suspected,
Fuck you, Lewis.
the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is,
Your son's dead.
shall be
No!
served.
No!
It's
Okay,
rare
fine.
for a newcomer to make himself so useful.
That's the only
Mr.
emoting he
Throgmorton,
really shows.
I hate to
Like
press
that one
you.
time
Do
when
you
he's...
think you could help me now?
Yeah.
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Should we try to make ourselves sound less mad, or just flat out tell this man, oh man, I'm looking for the source of my weird spooky dreams, or I'm investigating cases of insanity. Like, are we just gonna flat out say, yeah, I'm having issues with my dreams? Are we gonna just go ahead and pretend not to be a little mad? I think he'd be more likely to be able to tell you how to prepare the perfect banana split. I'm gonna be honest, Delta. I don't think preparing fish is particularly, you know, on his agenda. Let's just go with the sources.
I think I'm going
Let's
mad,
just go
Mr.
mad. Let's be mad.
I see things. Visions. And I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Geological expedition?
Geological expedition?
I'm not sure I follow. I really don't follow.
Reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition...
Sorry if you can hear my chair having a good
Waterlogged
scream.
ruins with unnatural architecture.
My chair
A sleeping giant.
tends to speak to me when I walk, when I move around
and
on
a
it.
voice calming from the depths.
And I have a
Her
cat
words
visitor.
Exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Okay.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert is...
Poor Albert.
Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence.
That was dead center
I
on his
was
head
here
as
alone
well.
at the port.
Like,
And where are the
I do
others?
not call, I call Fishman.
You think your son was killed because the
Fishman
expedition
definitely knew
uncovered
what he was
something?
doing there.
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Suspicious as
Mr.
hell.
Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Are you shooting the monkey there, Delta?
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Okay, so I got a knowledge point, which is this game's version of leveling up. I am not even going to look at combat proficiency. That can just go to hell, because the combat is garbage and none of this is going to help me. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to increase my mental faculties. This one makes me level up quicker. Sure, why not? Fantastic. Right. We will build the mind. I'm gonna have such the most jacked mind in fucking Oakmont. Brain so swole. Oh man, dude. I'm getting ripped. The brain. Right, so off to the hotel, I guess. I still haven't played the first one, Delta. Still waiting for Sauvé on that one. It looks like we're having more visions. It is a lot of dollars, Sauvé. Such a lot of dollars. Oh. And we wake up in the hotel, I guess. I would buy it for you so that I could, you know, do the thing. But I do not have the money at the moment. I have exactly £20. Too much fish. Just overwhelmed by that fishy stench. And I have to sit here and wait for this loading screen. But the loading screens kind of bother me because they've got this information here about what I'm supposed to be doing next. Fantastic. Great. But the loading screens take forever, and then they come up with press any button to continue. And when I was playing this myself, I literally sat on this for 8 minutes waiting for it to automatically go to the next one. I didn't notice. It's fantastic. It's a very old school way of doing it, really. Anyway, here we are. And we've got our gentleman's diary here. I don't know what sank the USS Cyclops, only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reached the shore of a small island. They found it on me later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said that none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old, dark, and slithering. It still haunts me. I have no dollary dues.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
What's this on the table?
Never again, they say.
Oh, it's his, okay. Also, this game has outfits, which you can switch through. So this is just his default outfit that we have right now, you know, with his, combat shovel and gun and canteen and everything. We can also have this other version which doesn't have the bag. Wind coat, also an option. Or we could just go around like this. I don't know if there is one. There's a gangster one, king's robes. I like the fact that the king's robes are yellow, by the way, sorry. Daywear. Man of Science, Fisherman, Police Envoy, Plague Doctor, yes, Master Sleuth, so a Sherlock Holmes look, Cultist. Well, that's just questionable. I don't think I want to put an octopus on my head. I think we'll just leave it as it is. Actually, you know what? Let's put on the wind coat, it's drafty. This means that I do kind of hammer space my shovel, but that's fine. The number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying, with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case, with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. This city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand Family. I regret only one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. Inkling cosplay. Yes, definitely. It's exactly what that is. Definitely not a cultist. Oh. Johannes brought us to the hotel then. Mr. Reed, it seems you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you here to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. Right, now we're going to just, you know, we're in the hotel, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to snout in every single room and raid people's luggage, because, you know, that's what a caring PI does. Because, you know, there's the yeah, this is just normal. This is something that you should do. Just remember, guys, every time you go to a hotel, make sure to go into other people's room and rummage through their luggage. No, don't do that. You might find bullets, though, apparently. Bullets are always nice. What's this? Oh, I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men. The Yellow Kings gang. They can't get me now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Also, there seems to be, like, yellow magic circles on the floor. I think they're on the ceiling as well. Oh no, that one's white and poorly loaded. Check that out. Whoa. Professional game development there. Ooh boy, loving that texture. So 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 crisp. What's this say? Huh, okay.
The door won't budge.
Can't get in there. Can I get into any of these rooms? No. Game seems to be chugging a little bit, I'm not sure why that is. Possibly my PlayStation is upset with me. Can we go in any of these doors? I don't like the way that you open doors by just ramming your face into them, I really do have to admit. Ooh, someone else's room. More rummaging to be had. So the lighthouse is out, several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing, but now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvages to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only this city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Just see what you've got in here. Oh, gunpowder. Fantastic. Much like Resident Evil, this game allows you to make bullets from stuff that you find. It has a lot in common with Resident Evil, in my opinion. But, oh, that's just unsettling. What is Dorian Gray bullshit going on here? Is that his name? Don't remember this one. Seems to be on fire. How awkward. You know what, sorry? When I get to the Inkling cosplay, I'll wear it just for you. If I unlock it.
Finally, you're awake.
Oh, this guy looks a
tell
bit
you though,
innsmouthy.
mister, you want to stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
Sorry, but who are you again?
You bang your head or something? I'm Victor Olmsted. I own the place. This place. The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Noise? What
Definite
noise are you
sloth
talking about?
privileges.
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
Yep, no chanting allowed. You're not allowed to do that after a certain time in the day because it's just rude. It is slightly inconsiderate, you know, when you're just hearing Cthulhu Fantagan coming from the next room at 2 o'clock in the morning, then I would get annoyed, honestly. Walter, Kay help you if I hear you peddling your cheap, affordable living again. I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. You've been warned, Vic. Now, I just want to highlight this. So the stuff that he sent that I got from him, that's actually a side case. It's all of these. Forlorn Woman, Visions and stuff. So the thing is that all of these mention where they are. So this one here, this city, no matter how badly had the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means blah blah blah. But it says, I went to the eastern part of Salvation Harbour, near the crossing of Fitz O'Callaghan Street and Old Church Road. It came, and then he had a vision there. Now I can select that, and it will come up with the area, Salvation Harbour, and now I need to actually actively put this on the map in the place that it mentions so that I can find it. And everything is like this. So, yeah. Now, where is St. Callahan? Easton. Old Church. And here's Old Church. We got that. Ah, here we go. So this one would go here. Boop. Catch you later, Delta. So literally I'd have to go through every single one and put them there, but I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to do some of the main mission. This game does have fast travel as well, but you have to find these phone booths. As you can see, this place is significantly underwater. But yeah, so let's just do the Lost at Sea main quests for a little bit. So, Right, so I want to place that on the map. Not that one. Case note, the key, there we go. It's at Southern Coverside. Right, so I want to place that on the map. Northern Coverside, sorry. Coverside. And Asher Road and Hubbard Avenue. So it's around here somewhere. Now it's marked on the map, and now it will show up for me so that I can go there. Now where's the best, quickest way to get there? This way, I guess. This thing is impossible to drive. Make sure I've got my gun equipped. No reason. Just don't trust anything. Well, welcome back, Sove, by the way, in case I didn't say it. Did you have a good walk with the pupper? They don't like it when you pull guns on people in this game. They get a bit unreasonably upset about it. Don't know why. I thought this was America. Right, so this is probably it. Or not. Where are we? Did I go to the wrong place? Oh, I didn't. Where's this then? Ooh, I found somewhere else. Should we have a snout around? Since we can go in here. What's that on the floor? Oh, this is spooky. Bullets. Okay, excuse me while I... One of these buttons is the... How do I... Ah, there we go, torch. Right. It's a spooky building. Gonna be honest, I don't entirely trust the spooky building. Oh, I hear that. Where is it? Oh god. If it's one of those little ones, that's fine, but... maybe we should... oh, no, thank you. No. I'm just gonna leave. I'll catch you guys later. Okay, this is where it's supposed to be. Well, it looks like the key was unnecessary, considering that big boot mark's kind of,
Guess I don't need the key.
what we got here? Divers with the bends can suffer from numerous symptoms, including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Acute symptoms can recur within 10 minutes of resurfacing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. The paralysis and numbness can involve several different parts of the body at the same time. Why, that's interesting information, thank you.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Who knows?
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Yeah, I know this is a bit of a slow game, by the way, guys, so do let me know if you know, it's not really going anywhere and I can switch back to medieval. Still haven't finished that after all. Ooh, gunpowder. And alcohol. Fantastic. Gonna need something after that. Yes, I know there's something that I can see with my spooky vision. Stop trying to remind me. I feel sorry for the tank full of eels. Why they have a tank full of eels is another question altogether, but...
can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
green shells. Yeah. Alcohol. How bizarre.
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
L. Sullivan and B. Morgan, local fishermen, report numerous large bubbles and an unbearable stench rising from the bottom of the sea. Bought a sample of a weird substance floating in the ocean from J. Harway. He claims he found it among numerous dead and strangely deformed fish. The fish were taken for analysis. Several locals mention a rock that rose from the seabed, making the fog shine in different colours. The witnesses felt sick and dizzy for 2 to 3 days after the incident. L.P. Stern got severe burns after chiseling off part of the rock in his basement. Samples taken for analysis. So there's odd rocks also emerging all over town as well. The Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history books of humanity. Now Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come. There we go. Fuck me. By the way, down here, in this area down here, somewhere, is where Devil's Reef is. It makes me wonder how close this place is to, Innsmouth. Anyway, it's been wanting me to do this for a while, so... So a spooky bird. So a bird came here, took some of the paper in its mouth, flew over here, and went clean through a wall, apparently. What is this? Oh. The fuck? Just gonna have my gun out just in case. Don't mind me. No. Okay. I'm done. Now what did Spooky Bird bring for us? Partially burned cargo manifest. Grimhaven Bay. Okay. What is that sound? Oh, there's whispers and spooky sounds. I don't like it. Oh, there's a time travel hole here for a peek into the past.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Okay. So they broke in.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Burn all the information here. And then...
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Then invoke the old gods to make an illusion. Okay.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
This is fine. This is absolutely fine. That's clearly number one.
We don't have time to pick it.
Two.
Stand back.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I...
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Oh, there's a crawling thing on my screen. I don't like it. Okay. I don't like it. Though I have to admit, so far, the insanity effects in this are not as good as Eternal Darkness were. The insanity effects in Eternal Darkness were... Yeah, he's taking it very calmly, isn't it? Isn't he? Like, he literally saw them invoke an illusion, which he then broke with his spooky mind powers, and then... Yeah. When is this game gonna Eternal Darkness me? That's the real question. When is it gonna pretend like it's deleting my game? Just make sure I got everything. Got Mind Palace things to do. Combine those. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow. They left the city on a freighter from Grimshaven Bay. There might be recent posting or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle. So this is the first time we're going to have to go to one of the archives to double check stuff. You know, to look up what might match the information I'm given. So that means I need to go, not to the police department, I need to go to the Oakmont Chronicle, which is down here, to check old postings for advertisements. I do like the way that he takes everything so nonchalantly, though. It's like, I just shot a fishman in the head. And then I use spooky powers to unveil literal magic. And I'm just kind of like, they broke in and they burned some paperwork, and yeah, nothing untoward here at all. Oh, there's something shiny over here. Oh. Oh no. Are parts of the city barricaded off because they're filled with bullshit? No. We're not, no, we don't have time for that today. That's not happening. No thank you. Possibly. Oh, the chemist's here. Well, there was. Can I open any of these doors? Or are they all only going to be marked with the, with a symbol advising me that I can? What's this say? Viridian Ale. Keep yourself afloat. That doesn't look... No. No, that's gonna be like the blood of the old gods or something, and it's gonna turn me into a fucking, Oh, I should probably equip my camera. Yes, everybody. Yeah, has never seen fish people, talks to them completely normally. Also, this artwork. This is a masterpiece right here. Be ready for when you need to punch a tentacle. Anyway, I think this is where we need to be.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for
Should we give her an
miles
interview?
around.
All right.
It's actually an achievement. I've already
sure
done
make
it.
some time for you,
but,
Miss Bland.
Yeah. We'll do it.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
I'm just gonna
I'm a private eye
do
in
this.
Boston. The situation in the port was a good use of my skills.
Well, Detective Reed, I think you'll find our city has a lot of secrets, but people may not like you poking your nose in.
They have no choice.
Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
I've been investigating disappearances all around Massachusetts. The missing people all seem to have ended up here for some reason.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well, they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that
She's
most
a
of them
little
are
uncanny
faking
valley.
stuff, to put it mildly. I think that's
All the
enough
characters
for
in
now.
this are a little...
Can't give the readers too much all at once.
Yes,
Thank you
support
for your
human
interview,
media, don't let
Mr.
fish
Reed.
propaganda win.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again.
All the characters
You
in this
never
look a little bit uncanny valley to me, though. Like, even the ones
See you
that
later.
look quote-unquote normal. I think it's just an artistic styling, but it's not... Yeah. Right, so, archives. So we need to choose the evidence in question, so that would be the partially burned cargo manifest. So the period would be after the flood, that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for people. We probably want advertisements. And Grimhaven Bay. That's incorrect. Okay, fine. I could have sworn that would be right. Okay, maybe not. Definitely advertisements. Oh, is this on Ongrove for some reason? Try that. No. Oh, I'm supposed to use this. Sorry, right, it's not that particular. I have to use that particular thing. So it's... You have to choose the right thing to search for, and I had the wrong thing up. That's my bad. Should work now. There we go. It's currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for cargo, blah blah blah. So that's what I needed to find out, and now I can go try and find that. So we've got that there. Where is it? Freighter advertisement. We'll put that on the map. Pier 3 in Oakmont Port. That'll be Grimhaven somewhere. So it's here. Okay. Now we need to head down there. So best way for that would be probably to take the boat nearby. Down this flooded road. Down to here and then walk. I'll have to check the map multiple times. But, you know.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
What's going on here? Why is this so shiny? Just sticking out like a sore thumb. Someone really likes to shine the brass work over here. Jesus. Oh no. Right, so we're going right, take a left-hand turn, then just go down to here. We want to go down Old Church Road by the looks of it, and then get off here and then go down Fitzcallahan Street, probably. Oh my god. Boat's so wobbly. Go straight ahead works. Just gotta keep those panels extra shiny. You know how it is? Just sometimes you just gotta have some compulsive polishing. Get off of this coffin avenue down here. That doesn't sound like an awkward. That doesn't sound like anybody. But nothing can go wrong. Name like Coffin Avenue, Levy Coffin. I am terrible with remembering where I'm going. So if you see me looking at the map repeatedly, then yes, that's why. I've forgotten. You guys okay there? Did you just fight to steal something and then throw it away? What the? Alright. Well, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Whoops. Alright, yeah. Alright. No, this way. Yeah, so very slow game at first. I'm assuming that it's going to get a little bit more as it goes. It'll build up to more because it's supposed to be a horror game, but there's been nothing particularly scary in it so far. As far as spooks go. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
There's been some things that have been mildly disturbing, and I've just turned around and walked away from them. Which... oh, we're back on the dock again. Okay, I know where we are now. Because there's the under the keel. Oh! Oh! Someone practicing that Bigfoot call? What the fuck? Is there Bigfoots here as well as old gods? Like, how many cryptids are we gonna get in one day?
Thank Kay. At last.
That was you?
Hey, help. Help.
What's going on?
What is going on?
Sea creatures swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures?
What creatures are you talking about, my friend?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood.
What blood?
Eating the dead.
The dead?
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
I don't know what's happening, sir. Sorry. I'm sorry, am I putting you to sleep? There's something going on around here, apparently. Oh, there we go. There's something a-creeping. Something a-crawling. I sees it. Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. If it makes you feel any better, I probably won't be going on for much longer because I've got to do some stuff. I was going to do this a bit longer, but yeah, there's a gun here.
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
Okay.
Shot dead. Point blank.
Why is there a doctor walking at me and pointing? What is this madness effect? Shell casings, delightful. Yeah. Apparently.
The monsters sure didn't leave behind much.
Oh, look at that. Look at this amazing graphics load in. Fantastic. Ooh. That looks like some PlayStation 2 graphics right there. Been having some problems with that. Graphical issues.
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
Someone got axed. Let me axe you a... Spooky effects may be ramping up a bit more.
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Were they just eating fish? Is this just a fish? Did you just have a fish on the desk? Just like, oh man, having a drink, you know, downing it with a seared mackerel.
And plenty of them were
entire seared mackerel. Because, you know, that's what you do on a boat. Question mark. What is this? Oh. Well then.
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
That is a cool looking... It's just a charter, compensation, 7 bullets, taking people, blah blah blah. What's this?
There were marks here, but they've been erased.
Okay. Oh wait, can we work out where we are? Can we make in relation to Innsmouth? Is it marked on the map? Innsmouth. Plymouth is up there. Falmouth. Harwich. Orleans. No, not really. Well... shit.
Cape Cod.
I know Innsmouth was supposed to be close to the American Ipswich, which I find very funny because I'm from the original version of that. Is there anything else here? Like, what am I missing? Oh wait, I see it. I see it. There's a tear in reality over there.
You can't take me! Eat this!
Oh. So someone ran away and got axed. This person asked them a question and then they got shot in return. Alright.
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
Oh, this looks like the same person from earlier, being chased by Axeman. Yes. Tourism campaign for Boston. Come see the Eldritch sights. What's this?
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Looks like they had a fight after being told they can't have booze.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Then this happened.
To
A
the
lot of these
mayor
are in a
with
straight
you!
line. I'm assuming they're going to get more difficult later, but...
Die! You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
I'm feeling a little mad at the moment. Let me just quickly check something. This is showing as, let me get rid of this. This is not showing as complete. There's something I've missed. What have I missed? It was a very easy solve, sorry. It was literally a straight line. I'm hoping that those get more complicated later, because at the moment it's literally just a case of walk in straight line while selecting them in order. Do I have anything in my mind palace? One survivor. Interesting. Well, that one survivor must be the captain, right?
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
Because they said the captain was the only survivor from this. Random boat. I'm assuming I'm going out to sea at some point, because that's the player-controlled boat there. What is it with these people and just leaving octopus everywhere? Can we clean up the octopus? Maybe just a little. Let's have a chat with this guy now that because we killed the
I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
Yeah, tell me about
several
Sanders.
hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
This Sanders. What kind of man is he?
Newcomer. Seemed like a decent guy. Okay,
Ugh,
Captain.
sorry. Yawned a bit there.
Treated his crew well.
Just octopus everywhere.
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting.
Yeah, so he's
Ran
the
for
only
the
person
pier.
who survived.
Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Okay, so we've got a new Mind Palace thing to mess with. Sanders has fled, wounded sailor. Yeah, right. So, wounded Sanders. He's now seeking medical aid. So, of course, that means that we need to find out about that. So... Oh, I got a knowledge point as well. Fantastic. So skills. We can make our mind a little bit more swole. Remain sane for much longer, gain more experience from all sources. There's just like a increased experience part of the mind tree by the looks of it. Gain a 50% chance to double quest reward items. Nice. What about over here? Remain sane for longer. Oh, increased stuff. That's actually a point. It doesn't actually at any point tell you this, as far as I can tell. Well, it hasn't yet, but if you go to your inventory, you can actually craft stuff like antipsychotics, first aid kit, ammo for your pistol. Let's get a few of those, actually. Because, you know, yeah. Another thing is, I've been told there are side quests as well that aren't marked on the map. You just have to stumble over them. So, might want to have a look up and down the dock here. I don't know. Oh, I can talk to him.
You're the man who handled the problems in the port. Speak of the devil. Seemed like a sharp sleuth. Want to make something on the side?
Speak of the Shoggoth, I guess.
You pay, I work. What's the job?
Ah, a fellow businessman. I'm Vincent, but you can call me Vince. First task is to find the ship's log for the Pride.
Charles Reed. A few questions, if I may.
Sure.
Why are you looking for a ship log?
Maybe I'll tell you when the job is done. Right now, you don't need to know.
Oh, don't need to know.
You don't get far without appreciating the need for privacy. I understand. And what can you tell me about the Pride? I'm gonna need somewhere to start.
Mostly rumors. The captain was an exemplary patriot. Always had a flag with him. His last shipment may have been chemicals in metal barrels.
It could be resting on the seabed 1,000 miles away. What makes you think it can be found?
I wouldn't waste my money on you unless I had hope. Local drunkards say they saw the barge on the sunken road near the fish market.
Good.
Okay.
I'll check the place and bring you the Pride's ship log if it's still there.
Okay, so that's another one that I have to mark on my map. Let's have a quick gander. So that is a side case. Okay, Bounty of the Sea. The Pride, Southern Shells, Moorland Road near the intersection of Old Colony Street. Okay. So it's over here somewhere. Moorland Road, Old Colony Street. So it's somewhere here. That's not too far away. Should we check it out? See if we can find the super patriotic barge. May as well, I guess. We can get bullet. But yeah, all this is just making me think favorably of Eternal Darkness. I'm going to be honest. That was a very good game. And I'm not seeing this one being as good as that GameCube game. I'm hoping that it gets better as it goes. Yeah, a little bit. He runs like shepherd dances. Just a little left up there. Oh god, there's a barge coming. Oh god. Naval accident. Oh, I wonder where the Patriot's barge is. I can't see it anywhere. God damn it.
I wonder what happened to the chemicals.
There's one on this side, there's one on this side, there's one on the flagpole. Can't tell if there's one on this side as well, because we can't see around there. Who's this guy?
Get off my ship, you newcomer rat!
Is it your ship, though? I have questions. It says, the water is rising. We must go to the open sea or have no chance of surviving the storm. The engines are at full steam, but the waves push us back to the city. One of the new sailors, Goran, wanted to cut the ropes and throw the cargo overboard. A barrel struck him and threw him into the water. The engine has stopped and we're taking on water. The shore is close. My sailors took the only lifeboat, but I will not leave. Kay, spare us all. Maybe they are the... Actually, I kind of want to look around the other side to see if there's any more. See if there's any more flags on it. Oh, there's another one. Additional flag has been sighted. There's a lot of pop-in and texture issues in this game, though. Don't know if it's because I downloaded it rather than having it on a physical disc, or not. And what in the heck is that? That's a curly rock. Yeah. I've been swearing this whole time, but that one time I hesitated and I don't know why. Just hesitated to swear. So I need to get to here because he's seeking medical aid. So I need to go to that place. Oh shite! 12-story dragon dildo. Is this where Bad Dragon is located? Are the old gods to blame for Bad Dragon? Oh no. Alright, well. That's the hotel again. Gonna pretend I didn't see that. Oh, almost ran into a fish man because he was T-posing in the middle of the road until I got close enough. Awkward. There's the boat. It just popped into existence in front of me. Fantastic. Really digging this. Really digging this advanced gameplay right now. Oh. Infested. I don't want any of that. Second left. Third left? Second left. I get the feeling there might be a certain amount of exploration the game is expecting me to do, but all of this is too spooky for me. So... How did you even get there, sir? Did you bring a boat over here? Like... 1 second. Did he climb over the buildings? Does he live in this building here? Did he get here from the... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Also, why are there so many sofas outside of the houses? I know the place flooded, but how does the... Most of these doors are closed. How did... Okay. It was second left, right? So this one? all the... Everything is so dilapidated, but then you've got these really, really shiny door handles.
Get the truck out of here.
Reasonably shiny door handles. What is this? Oh, he's got a backpack on. That's why he's having a wobble. Is that a... There's a doll in his backpack. That's not unsettling. And this is a infested area, I guess, since you had to climb over into it. No, this is just where you would land if you came from the other direction. Okay. No, I heard something behind me and I don't like it. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Alright, so over here and to the left. Sorry, it's gone suspiciously quiet. He cannot snark on this because there's nothing happening.
Patient or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess. A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
The usual. Nothing to write home about.
I do have a headache, it's true.
A chronic headache sufferer. Fascinating. By coincidence, I was studying Helminth and their role in illness before the flood. Did you know that all of us are infected by Helminth? Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
Oh, that's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
May I suggest you become a subject?
Experimental medical programs? Sign me up! Sure, let's go!
Experimental medicine. Well, I guess it can't be any worse than the asylum in Boston. Count me in.
I'm delighted to hear that, Mr.
Reed. Charles Reed.
Mr. Reed, take these pills with some water. They're a potent measure against parasites. Contact me when you feel improvement.
That just drove me super mad. Okay, I seem to be recovering.
What the hell did you give me, Doc?
Is something wrong? You seem perfectly healthy to me.
Your medicine blinded me, and then it gave me these visions. Worse than a blow to the head. What are you trying to pull?
Intriguing. These side effects are a new development. I'll have to run some more tests. Let me know if anything else happens, won't you?
I'm looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients like that, sir.
He gets really sniffy, apparently.
Okay, this might ring a bell. My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork. But you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means that much to you.
Okay.
It looks like hard work in these conditions. You need a hand?
Well, yes, actually. But it may result in close contact with the wiles. Is that going to be a problem?
The wild? Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
I'm prepared to face men and beasts alike. Count me in.
I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken it upon myself to study the wild beast. One concerns the multi-handed creature.
What have you found out about the multi-handed beasts?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares before the flood. I can't visit him, but he must know something. Here's his address.
Of course, he just happened to see them in his nightmares just before the flood.
Those hideous wretches seem almost human. But what could turn one into such a monstrosity?
Jim Bells, a patient of mine, was admitted to hospital with
I
symptoms
feel like
resembling cholera.
to a degree,
but he
the way
turned
that the
into one of
protagonist
those
doesn't seem
things.
to react to
Incredible.
much
Here's the
makes it
actions.
a little
Find
less
out what happened.
immersive.
Bye.
Well, I got some side quests from this guy at least. He just seems kind of like, hey, yeah, no, that happened. Right, anyway, where is it? Wait, did I not? Could have sworn I... No. Yeah, there we go. Why is that not showing up in my evidence? There we go. Right, so that would be period after the flood, department, probably surgery, district, Grimhaven, maybe? There we go. Oh, two options. Peter Crowley, multiple burns and fragmentation wounds. It's fine. I'm probably going to end it after I've ended it in a bit anyway. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I don't think this is a very good stream game. It could be, once it gets somewhere else. But, yeah. It just seems very slow. Maybe I'll try something else. Another time. Actually. We'll call it for now. It's gonna be my dinner soon anyway, like half an hour. It's fine. I just wish it had been a little bit more, that the game had been a little bit more, riveting, shall we say. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. I will catch you guys later, and I will possibly do this again another time. But I'm not sure on that. I will take feedback later. See you, everyone.